Hey everybody, my name is TristQuade. Today we're going to be talking about pros and cons of living in a studio apartment. Let's start off and let's get a little backstory of my studio apartment. It is 270 square feet. It is very small. It's a bathroom, little kitchenette, wardrobe, and then the bed behind me. Okay, let's start off with the pros. The first thing is living minimal. Getting used to having less stuff, less clutter. It is something that I knew when I was going into living into a studio. I knew I had to get rid of stuff. So I did donate a lot of the stuff that I had before moving in here. I did have a roommate last year and we lived in a house and it was very affordable. It was $250 a person for 3 people. But then she got in with this guy and then she just went downhill. I lost a lot of my stuff because they destroyed a lot of my stuff. And so when moving into the studio apartment, I know it sounds a little crazy why I'm chuckling about it, but I had a lot less stuff and I'm over it now. These are just material items. I got things that I actually wanted out of there. So the second pro is it is super easy to clean. It is so easy to clean because I got a bathroom, a walkway right here, and just this living area. It's 270 square feet. It's ridiculous of how much easier it is to clean, and I really feel like it is good to move into a studio apartment just to help your cleaning, because like if you leave a dish in your sink, like you're gonna be looking at it because there's my bed and the sink's right there. And like once you're done cooking, it really helps you get on the habit of cleaning. So if you're looking to live in a studio apartment, it is easy to clean, but you're gonna be cleaning more. Another pro for this, which is the third one, is living alone, and it makes it cheaper. It is way cheaper to live in a studio and doing it alone. I could not find a place as cheap as this place to be able to live alone. But I think after this year, I do want to live with other people. I'm going to be living with one other person. They bought a house, they're redoing it, and so I've been living in this place for a year. It is very inexpensive. My utilities are included. I can run that water as long as I want to in the morning. I can have the AC on in the summer, but a couple downfalls to this place is they do control the temperature. So winter, like October 15th, they turn off the AC and then they turn on the heat. So you can only use the heat for the unit above me. They just turned on the AC and it also triples as a dehumidifier. So it's heat, AC, fan, and dehumidifier. And I really like these, especially when I get a house. I definitely want to continue living tiny. Another great thing about living in a studio apartment is you're gonna want to get out of this space, because it is very tiny and you don't want to be just hanging out in your bedroom all day. I don't have any other place besides my desks to have a place to sit down. Really, you are going to be out of the house all the time. Even when I lived in a house, I'm always gone. I am never home. So why have a big space, you know? Another pro for this is having a smaller footprint. So when you have a smaller footprint, it really does help the environment, and I really truly believe in making things more energy efficient if you have the opportunity to, and definitely recycling, like doing everything that you can to have a smaller footprint. Another pro is you will become a cleaner person and organized. As I said earlier, it is going to be easier to clean, but along with easier to clean, you can become a cleaner person, which this tiny space made me become an even cleaner person. Like when I lived in my old house, I would like, oh yeah, leave a dish in the sink, you know, I'll get back to it later. We've all done it, whatever. But now I just keep my freaking place tidy. Sometimes, because there's some days where you just get lazy and it's hard. And then my organization level and really decluttering and becoming more minimal. I don't know if I would call myself a minimalist. I really think I am, because I try to have less stuff all the time and I always get rid of stuff, and if it's not useful, it's... Another pro is figuring out how you can live with less stuff, because I bet all of us have a junk drawer and it's full of junk. And living in a place like this, you need every drawer you can. And I got rid of my junk drawer. That is a tongue twister. But I got rid of a lot of stuff, and I will say junk, I hate saying that, but Some of it's just like, you really can't donate it. It's just like a screw at the bottom of a empty drawer. It's really, really given me the openness to figure out, to not even be more minimalistic, but to figure out that I can live with less stuff and I'm okay. Objects do not make me happy. Junk does not make me happy, period. So another pro is designing the space. Like, before I even moved in here, I had them measure it, the whole space, to tell me what my layout was gonna be, so I knew I could make this space functional. And the way that I did it, I really, really love it. The stuff that I did, like, I put my bed up on cinder blocks and 4x4s, and it's really cute. It keeps it industrial, and the cement on the walls, and it really adds in those wood tones and elements that I really, really like. And I only have a bed, and I have my computer, and I have a little cart over here, and I have a mirror. I really needed to know the space on how to design it, because every space is utilized. Okay, everyone, that is finished with the pros. I know. If you know a pro and I missed it, please put a comment right below the video and give this video a thumbs up if you like the pros. But unfortunately, we're going to the cons, because there are cons living in a studio apartment, and especially 270 square feet. One of the biggest cons for me is I'm a people person. I said in the pros, it makes you go out, but when you want to have people come in your space and appreciate it, it is really hard to host one person even in this space. I've had 5 people in this place as a housewarming party when I got it set up, and it was ridiculous. We all left to go sit outside, and this was literally just like, we just came in here when we refreshed our drinks. The biggest con is not being able to have a space to host people. Another con is cooking can be very hard, so I would suggest getting an Instant Pot, because it can do all your cooking needs when you need it. There is a kitchen available, a community kitchen down the hallway, but you know, like when you're in your own space and you're done working for the day, I don't want to be walking all the way down the hallway to use the kitchen, you know? And so get an Instant Pot, that will help with this con. But cooking can be very hard. I totally went vegetarian. I only eat meat if I go out to a meal, so everything that I eat here, I eat vegetarian, because it is easier to cook vegetables than meat, and housing meat and keeping it in the fridge, you know, not my thing here, because I don't have a fully equipped kitchen, and so cooking is a con. Another con is you can go a little crazy. During my year living here, I have had some crazy spells, especially in the winter. I live in Michigan, and it is somewhat, and especially like if you're snowed in, you're just like wanting to like have a bigger space, because this is a very small space. But I would say overall, I very well got used to living in this tiny space. But in the beginning, like going November, December, it did get to a point where it did get lonely, but you'll keep your sanity, I swear. You just might go a little crazy. Another con is you sleep, you eat, you cook, you have garbage, you have recycling, you have showers, you have number 1 and number 2 in the bathroom, all in this little 250 square foot space. It really, really is hard to get used to, because when you cook, and especially onions, and I like onions, you're smelling like onions for a week. You really are. And especially like going to the bathroom and taking a shower, and then everything in the apartment just gets steamy. And then when you're sleeping, you're just like, oh my gosh, it smells like onions. Why am I crying in my sleep? And then since quarantine, I work here, so I'm walking 4 feet to my bed and then walking 4 feet to my desk to go back to work. And like, that's a con. Is everything you do is in one space, 270 square feet. It's a con. And another con is, which I don't mind much anymore, but I want to say it, is when I said it's easy to clean, but you're gonna clean more often. You're gonna be cleaning every time you cook, every time you do anything. You have to have it put together. It is very, very hard to not just want to clean all the time because you just don't want to see it. There's no like shutting a door because you don't have a door. Only a door to get out. And that's it. Okay everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this pros and cons of living in a studio apartment. It is very, very nice to live in one, but there is cons to everything. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out all my social media in the description. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, look at my other videos, check it out. It really helps me out. You know, even one better, hit that bell button to know when I post. Thank you and have a good day.